Hi, this is Diane Cacciato, and this is my submission to the clergy training program, so you can see how I do ritual. This is a ritual intended to enhance the magical workings that I do, either at my own altar during solitary work, or if I am doing a group ritual for our Protogrove. Um, Normally, I would have done this ritual outside. It's intended to be done during the waning moon. Unfortunately, on our deck outside, we have no lights. And so to do this outside at night under the waning moon was almost impossible. I tried, it was too dark and I couldn't see what I was doing. So instead, it's the middle of the day and I'm doing it here, but at my altar inside instead. I will probably explain some things, the working in particular, as I go, which normally I wouldn't do, but this so you can follow along and know what I'm doing as I do it. Okay, so I'm going to get started, and I hope you find this satisfactory. I honor the spirits and ancestors of the land from which I hail. I recognize the traditional and unceded territories of the Coast Salish peoples. I recognize the traditional unceded territories of the Hulkaminam peoples. I recognize the traditional and unceded territories of the Kwakwakwa peoples. And I recognize the traditional and unceded territories of the Nuchalnath peoples. I honor you. I ask forbearance as I do my own work here and now on these lands you hold sacred. May your descendants know justice in their lifetimes. Ancient others, I make this offering to you, you who inhabit the outer dark. You stand against my gods. Your hearts are cold, as are your intentions. Take this offering and trouble not my workings. Within my heart I am burdened with my own weaknesses. At times I am prideful, rigid, and perverse. At times I am filled with cowardice and ignorance, hatred, and spite. At times I forget my virtues and act in selfishness. Today I contemplate these ills and enemies, and for this sacred time I set these aside. I wash my hands in this bowl of pure water. And I drink pure water from this glass. This way, my body is pure for the ritual, and my words are good and honest and true. Look up to the sky. The spirits of the sky call down to me. Look out to the sea. The spirits of the sea sing to me. Look to the land. The voices of the land call to me. The voices of the spirits fill my heart, and through my heart I am connected here at the juncture of the sky, the earth, and the sea. Let me pray today with a good fire. The Earth Mother spreads out below me. The Sky Father spreads out above me. And I stand at the center of both. My legs stretch down like roots, down through the topsoil, down, down, down through the earth, past the nature spirits, my siblings who crawl, who slither, and who burrow into the soil. Down, down past the ancestors. The bones of my ancestors lie deep in the soil, and the roots that are my legs stretch down past their bones. They stretch down through the bedrock and down into the water upon which this earth floats. O Earth Mother, send your energy, the energy of life, up to me through these roots. With every breath I take, I feel your energy moving up into my body and filling me. I feel your energy fill the cauldron that sits in my groin. I feel your energy fill the cauldron that sits behind my heart. I feel the energy fill the cauldron that sits in my brain. And I feel your energy fill me from the bottom of my feet to the top of my head and spill out from over the top of my head and surround me and protect me the way a shell protects an egg. My arms reach up to the sky. They become like branches and stretch up and touch the sun, the moon, and the stars. O Sky Father, send your light, the light of life, down to me through these branches that my arms have become. With every breath, I feel you fill me with your light. I feel your energy fill the cauldron that sits inside my head. I feel your light fill the cauldron that sits in my heart. And I feel the light fill the cauldron that sits in my groins. I feel your light fill me from the top of my head to the bottom of my feet, and I become so filled with your light that you burst out my feet and surround me and protect me the way the shell protects an egg. I shall be protected as I do this ritual, and as I leave the ritual, may your protection, Sky Father and Earth Mother, follow me until we meet again. O Earth Mother, your power and energy pulsate beneath my feet. Can I feel you? Oh yes, I can feel you. O Earth Mother, your stony plates float upon the deep water and uphold me. Can I feel you? Yes, I can feel you. O Earth Mother, your child wishes to honor you. May I honor you? Oh, yes, I honor you. Earth Mother, accept my sacrifice. Each month the silver moon circles, dipping her toes into the river of stars, splashing their light when she is full, barely touching a drop at her darkest times. O sister moon, the queen sun may illuminate our lives, but it is you who commands the tides, tides of salty waters, tides of salty blood. You bring us fertility. You tell us when to plant, when to fish, and even when to love. At this very moment, the waning moon has slipped into her last quarter. From her brightest moment into her blackest night, she speaks to the goddesses who honor the dark. And as we move into this darkness, there is much that we can beg of her and of the goddesses. I stand here to honor the moon for whom I was named. I stand here to honor Caradwyn and Rhiannon of Wales, home of my maternal grandmother. I stand here to honor Anne Morrigan of Ireland, home of my paternal grandfather's ancestors. I stand here to honor the Caila of Scotland, home of my paternal grandmother's ancestors. Tonight, I come to honor you. May my worship be true. May my actions be just. May my love be pure. Blessings and honor and worship to the holy ones. O breed goddess of bards, healers and smiths, daughter of the Dagda, gift me this day with the inspiration of your sweet words. May my voice fill this sacred space with the joy and light you bring. Fill my head, my heart, and my voice with your precious gift. Breed, accept my offering. I light the fire. And I pour water into the well. Sacred fire, you who touch the sky, you who feed from the earth, you who are connected with the celestial waters, you who send my message to the shining ones, I offer you this sacrifice so that you might be blessed, and that you may consume and transform it and lift our sacrifice to the sky. Ancient well, you who reach deep into the mother, you whose walls are built with the bones of my ancestors, You who stretch down past the noble spirits who live underground. You who give us all the waters of life. I offer you this silver. Your blessed water sates my thirst and gives me life. Blessed well, let your sacred waters flow within me. Tree of life. You who stretch your roots down into the earth and into the waters upon which this world floats. You who stretch your branches up to the sky to touch the sun, the moon, and the stars. You who stand at the center of my world. You who shade and protect me. I offer you this incense. Your branches give me shade and protection. Holy tree of life, grow within me. Gwynep Neath, grandson of Belimaur, lover of Crethilad, warrior of the wild hunt, and commander of the mystical hounds, the Kun Anun, king of the Fae and ruler of Anun. You guard the other world and the afterlife, O Gwynep Neath. I ask you to hear my call. Join with me. Today, protect me in this ritual. I bring you ale. With this gift, I ask that you open the gates. Open the gates between your realm and mine, and stand guard and keep me safe. Let the fire open as a gate. Let the well open as a gate. Let the world tree connect all the worlds. Let the gates be opened. Let the gates be opened. The gates sit open, ready for my right. Through these gates I can call to the shining ones, to the ancient ones, and to the mighty She. My heart is open to the kindred, so let only honesty and truth be there for them to witness. Shining ones, you who have lived in this world since the beginning of time, gods and goddesses who guide and protect me, you fill me with the wisdom I lack. You gift me with the lessons I need. You give me strength when I stumble and purity when I step into the darkness. Shining ones, accept my sacrifice. Through the gates, I can call to the ancient ones. Ancient ones, those of my blood, of my heart, of the land, the ancient wise, and the restless dead. Hear me. Your blood flows in my veins, your love in my heart, and your spirit in the land. I offer you this bread. Ancestors, accept my offering. The gates stand open so that I can call to the noble spirits. Noble ones, spirits of the land whom I can see, those of hoof and paw, wing and gill, spirits of the land whom I cannot see. spirits of the land, the water, and the air, you teach me to live in peace with the Mother. I make this offering of herbs. Nature spirits, accept my sacrifice. In the dim light of the final quarter of Sister Moon, the time comes for me to honor these goddesses of my hearth. O Caradwen, ancient mother, you gift me with your infinite knowledge and wisdom. O Rhiannon, night queen, you ride upon your horse, pale as the moon, and befriend me on my journey. O Anne Morrigan, warrior queen and dark lady, you taught me to persist in my efforts and to do battle with my demons. O Caelach, ancient crone and commander of the weather, you reveal the beauty and age and wisdom and taught me how to love myself in every cycle of life. Tonight I am here to honor all of you. Great goddesses, accept my sacrifice. This sacred space sits like a bowl, holding all the love, honor, and energy I have intended for the Sister Moon and the great goddesses. In my hands, I hold peat incense that I brought home with me from the Celtic lands of my ancestors. O beings of the occasion, I gather the love, honor, and energy into my cupped hands so that it may mingle with the incense. I place the incense before the fire as a sacrifice from me to you. As the smoke rises from the incense, let it carry not only this familiar scent, but also all of the love, honor, and energy back through the gates and into your world as a sacrifice from me to you. Carry my voice up on the smoke, O Sister Moon, Caradwen, Rhiannon, and Morrigan, the Caelach. Hear me as I offer this sacrifice. Take my worship and reverence into your hearts. O kindred, stand with these beings of the occasion and take my worship and reverence into your hearts. Accept my sacrifice. O darkening moon, Caradwen and Rhiannon, and Morrigan and Caelach, O shining ones, ancient ones, and noble ones, on this day I have come and I have given you praise and honor and sacrifice. In the spirit of reciprocity and ghosty, a gift calls for a gift. And now I will take the omen. And to take the omen, I'm using the Moonology Oracle cards. I call on the kindred. What blessings do you have for me? Kindred, the beings of the occasion, and Caradwen in particular. I open myself with all humility, and I become an empty vessel, so that your message to me will be clear. Fill me with your blessings, so that I know what it is that you are trying to tell me. All right, the blessing, the card that I got is the South Node. Don't let your past hold you back. I have given my gifts with joy and reverence. A gift calls for a gift. Kindred, bring your blessings upon me. I am one of your folk and proud to call myself so. I stand at the center of the world tree. O sister moon, hallow these waters. Shine your silver light upon them. Fill them with hope and possibility. I raise my cup. I can feel the blessings of the moon flow through my arms. I can feel your energy, the energy of the moon, flow into my hands. And I can feel the light of the moon fill the cup and the water within it. Behold the waters of life. A gift has been given to me. The blessings of the kindred have been infused into the water. This mundane cup has become the cup of inspiration. Behold the waters of life. Now I drink deeply, I drink my fill, for the fecundity of the blessings are upon me. And now is the time for me to do my workings. So this is a magical working, a jar spell, along with the use of a sigil, some sigil magic. And it is a jar that will sit on my altar and help amplify the magic that I do whenever I'm sitting at my altar doing ritual. Sister Moon, I hold this honey up so that your rays may infuse it with your potency. So I'm filling the jar, just the bottom of the jar, with honey. Let the sweetness of this honey and the strength of Sister Moon bring strength and sweetness to my magic. And on one side of a piece of paper, I'm going to write my name and every name that I am called by. And then on the other side, I will draw some pictures, which I will explain as I do it. I write all my names so that the magic can always find me, no matter what name I am using. I've drawn a sow, and with this sow I say, Caradon, may your knowledge walk beside me as I cast magic. I have drawn a horse, and with it I say, Rhiannon, may your friendship and good counsel carry me as I cast magic. I have drawn a raven, and with that I say, and Morrigan, may your strength and perseverance fly with me as I cast magic. And I have drawn an owl, and with it I say, Kayla, may your wisdom fly with me as I cast magic. And I have drawn a panther and a bear, and with it I say, spirit animals, may you guide and protect me as I cast magic. And with that, I fold my paper and I wrap it inside an apple leaf. and then I tie it with black thread. And on the outside of the thread, I tie a stick of cinnamon. And I put the cinnamon in the jar so that it is floating right on top of the honey. Then I take a piece of citrine, I place it on top of the piece that I put into the jar. And I cover the whole thing with honey. Now I take a piece of black cloth and I tie it over and around the jar before I put the lid on it, so that the black cloth may hold the magic in and solid while it's sitting in the jar. Sister Moon, I leave this jar in your light so that your magic may meld with mine. In the morning I will place this jar on my altar so that I may remember every time I sit and light the sacred fire, every time I sit and pour water into the holy well, every time I sit and become one with the world tree, to honor and offer gratitude to the great goddesses, Caradwyn, Rhiannon, and Morrigan, and the Cailleach, whenever I do magic. And I have a sigil that I have drawn. I don't know if you can see it here, but the bit on the top represents the moon, the circle represents the earth, the wavy lines on the bottom represent the sea, and the little dot in the middle is where the flame will be, and that represents me sitting at the center of the three worlds. And I take this candle and I light it, and I place it on top of the jar, and the candle will burn down until it's completely gone. Then I will place the jar in the window overnight so that the moonlight can hallow the contents of the jar. And then tomorrow I will place it back on my altar, and it will sit there indefinitely. So I have honored the kindred. I have sacrificed to them, and they have answered me. I have raised the energy and filled this sacred space and ritual with magic. I will take that magic from this ritual and into my life. Thanks to the kindred. I give you thanks. Bridget, I give you thanks. Gwyn Neath, I give you thanks. Nature spirits, I give you thanks. Ancestors, I give you thanks. Gods and goddesses, I give you thanks. The Cailleach and Morrigan, Rhiannon and Caradwyn, I give you thanks. Sister Moon, I give you thanks. Earth Mother, I thank you for birthing me, feeding me, clothing me, and protecting me. Now, by the keeper of the gates and by my magic, I end what I began. Let the fire be as flame. Let the well be as water. Let all be as it was before. Let the gates be closed. This rite is at an end.